Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and I am a 30-year-old living in New York City. I guess my last video was in SF and I was talking about how excited I was to bring content, but I'm not gonna lie, I was honestly very depressed in SF. It was just so gloomy and so cold. When my lease ended, I decided to take a week trip to New York City. My company had an office here, so I decided to work from the New York City office and I fell in love. So once my lease ended in SF, I made a move and it's been about 2 years since I've been living in New York. I'd love to continue to make content, so please stay. And if you just discovered my channel, please subscribe. So this is gonna be a new series that I'm starting. I just really want to create like a cozy environment where it's almost like I'm FaceTiming a friend. Basically catching up with you guys, talking about life, things that I've learned. I just want to share, and maybe if you're younger than me and you're going through some of the things that I've gone through in my past, hopefully it's encouraging to you and also you gain something from it, whether that's like an advice. Honestly, I'm just really excited to be using this mic. Fun fact, I had this mic for I think over 10 years, which is crazy. I think one of my first channels on YouTube was probably in like 8th grade or 9th grade, like end of middle school or early high school, and I had a YouTube channel specifically for the purpose of singing. I love singing and I really wanted to be a K-pop idol, but my Asian mother said, no, that's not going to happen. You are going to college. And that's exactly what I did. It's been about 8 years since I graduated and I've had various jobs. I've worked abroad in Korea, London, and now the US. So I have a lot of different experiences. I've also worked in different industries. I'm currently a talent manager in New York City, which is also really fun, but I've bounced around a lot, thought a lot about my career. I've worked hard, and so I wanted to share some of my insights, and hopefully this will be helpful for someone. And if not, like maybe it's just entertaining to listen to. I love listening to these like podcast style videos. I like to it while I'm doing laundry or like cleaning the house. Maybe that's something that you can do. So today I'm going to be talking about just like the different careers that I had, and I'm just going to reflect on the past decade, which is my 20s. I can't believe I'm here to say that I turned 30 last year and I had a second quarter life crisis. One when I was turning 25 to 26, and the most recent one was 29 to 30. Last year, I really delved into a lot of different projects. I'm generally a very curious person, and I have a lot of passion projects. A few things that I've worked on while I was still working full time was getting certified in Pilates. I've also took a few online classes to figure out maybe I want to go back to school. I don't know. Let's see if I can even study and take another test. So I did that. And I also got a new job. So I was in market research for the past 3 years. I really wanted my next job to be something that I found myself enjoying and also where I could grow. You know, what's funny is that when I came back from America, I really regretted spending 4 years in Korea. I felt like it was almost a waste because I was starting over in my career, starting from the bottom, felt so behind, and I felt that the time that I spent in Korea was kind of a waste. But it's crazy to say that it took 3 years, but I finally feel like I'm able to utilize this experience I had in Korea working at a Korean company. I've had various jobs like voice acting, I was a radio host, I was a news reporter. I also worked at a beauty startup and an ad agency for luxury marketing. I did a lot, I made a lot of friends, and I feel like finally I've come full circle and I'm able to use all the skills that I have built over the last 8+ years. I have a cup of tea here. This is so random. I wanted to make this like a very cozy vibe, so I got myself tea, but let's get back on track and drink some tea if you have. If there's any of you guys listening or watching out there that feel behind or feel lost or just not really proud of, the stage that you're in life, just want to let you know that it's just a season. This journey is long. I think for the past 3 years that I've been back from Korea, I was hoping that I'd recover and like really accelerate in my career a lot faster, but it didn't work out the way I had wanted. Even though I feel that I worked pretty hard, sometimes life just doesn't go at the pace that you want it to. Just know that like it's okay. Like I mentioned, this is a long journey. So it's important to really just learn to enjoy and accept the stage that you're in at this point. Honestly, like looking back at my 10 years of life, I didn't think I would be where I am 10 years ago. But I have to say, if you feel like maybe you're in college or maybe you didn't get to go to college and you feel behind because you don't have the relevant work experience or internship, I'm just going to tell you that it's totally okay. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. You won't get a great job. I think the most important thing is the attitude and like your mental strength, right? Even if you're not at the stage that you want to be, even if you don't have the internship that you want to be at or whatever, you can still get a great job. You just have to work. Maybe you might have to work a little bit harder. I look back at some of my friends. I had some med school friends or friends that were on med school track, and I ended up going to med school. And honestly, a lot of them turned out quite successful. One of them, she is also like me and it comes from an immigrant family and felt that taking on like med school would be a huge burden. And so my friend went back home and she joined like various startups in SF because she's from the Bay Area. She joined a company that went public, made a lot of money from, and I'm really proud of her and really happy for her. And another case is a friend of mine who went to school as like med school track, but it was like so difficult that she ended up switching out into a integrated marketing communication major that we had at Pepperdine. She loves music and is a huge K-pop idol fan, and she's always wanted to work for a music industry in Korea. She didn't give up on her dreams. After college, she like helped work on her family business, didn't have any like amazing job or career right after. I think around like 4 or 5 years when I was coming back from Korea, she told me that she got hired at YG and now she became a manager for one of the biggest like K-pop girl group. I'm sure you guys would know. Another friend of mine that I met in Korea was not able to find a job for like 2 years, and she eventually got hired at a PR agency, and honestly she did not enjoy the job at all, but she kept going and she worked long hours and really struggled for a few years, but luckily that relevant work experience and her going to college abroad has helped her to get a job at another huge entertainment company at Hype, and she worked with like BTS and you never know where you're gonna go in life. Don't give up. Enjoy the journey that you're in, and if you're not in the best situation, know that this too shall pass. That's kind of how I've been dealing with some of like the dark periods of my life, where like last year I kind of gave up on socializing because socializing in New York is costly and I also didn't have as much time. So I used a lot of my check towards reinvesting in getting certified in Pilates, taking online courses, and use a lot of that time to look for a new job. And honestly, it was really sad. I definitely got the FOMO, but I kept telling myself that this too shall pass and that, the investments that I'm making, the discipline that I'm putting in right now will pay off. And I think it's slowly paying off this year. So I'm really excited to see how that will unfold. And I'd love to document and vlog my life here in New York City. So stay tuned for that if that's something that you're interested in, because I'd love to start uploading more vlogs on this channel. And I'd also love to continue this series where I can like chit chat with you guys. If you guys have any like questions or advice or stories that you want, please leave them in the comments below. I will read them and I can definitely do a series on it or talk about it in the next episode. Hope you found encouragement. Don't lose hope and keep working hard. You never know what opportunity may come. Until then, have a great rest of your week. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.